Hello everyone and welcome to the Pageant Perspective Podcast, where we go beyond the sash, unveiling stories and celebrating beauty. I'm your host, Candice Freeman, and today I'm here with the director, or should I say founder and the coach
Yes.
from All Star Modeling Academy. And I'm happy to have you guys here. Can we start with the introductions? Can we start with the gentleman over here? It's the first time we have a gentleman actually. It's the first time we have a gentleman
It's quite shocking for a lot of people, but yes, I'm Deon Krause, from the founder of SA All Star Models. I'm 50 years of age, and yes, thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure. And then Coach Luzanne was here on a previous interview, but we'll ask her to introduce herself again.
Yes. Right, I'm Luzanne Heunis. I'm from Alberton. I've got a SA All Star Alberton branch. I'm originally from Cape Town, but I've been here for about 8-9 years. I'm a mother of 2 young adults, not teenagers, young adults. And I've got a lovely supporting husband.
Awesome.
And that's it.
Do you have boys? 2 boys?
My son is actually 27 today. It's
Okay.
his birthday today,
Yes.
and he's all the way in Bahrain.
Oh.
He's not even here.
Yeah.
And my daughter is 23.
Okay. I wanted to say you have all the guys' attention.
Yeah. And then I'm a grandmother as well.
Okay, yeah, fantastic. You have a lot of attention. Fantastic. Okay, Deon, I want to start off with, how did you come about All Star Modeling Academy?
Man, All Star Modeling Academy is quite a long story. We actually started as a different modeling agency long ago.
Okay.
And I saw a big gap in the industry for the industry to change. Like everybody is always talking about the bad in the industry. So we started the All-Star, the word All-Star, everybody is a star, in order to help everybody, as many as we can in the industry.
Yes.
And that's how we came about. I think there's a big gap in the market where we can get people to join forces. That's why the All Stars are mostly made up of a lot of different modeling agencies.
Okay.
With the All Star as the main umbrella.
Okay.
So that's what it's all about.
Okay, and so Coach Luzanne is a coach for one of the branches,
Yes.
right? And I want to know how you met Deon.
Do you really want to know?
I want all the juicy
I
stories.
always joke and say Deon bullied me into opening a branch in Alberton. But we go way back. We know, well, since we came here about 9 years ago, he was our coach that time, because we obviously didn't have a coach here when we came from Cape Town. And then we went to them, and
I didn't think it was a man.
and then it was a big shock when I went there with my daughter. And he was then our whistle, because I was talking to a lady, which is his wife. So, and I was waiting for Mariette, and I thought, okay, when is Mariette now coming? And he's just talking, because we must go on the ramp. And I thought, okay, but we just wait. And then my daughter said to me, I said, isn't Mariette going to make it today? He said, no, he's the coach. And like, but you're a man. And my daughter was quite shocked. She said, no, he's not going to try and be his man. What does he know about modeling? So that is how we met, and that is how we actually became friends from that time. And ever since then my daughter obviously stopped with modeling. I had a modeling school a couple of years ago also, and then with my daughter at that time in school, she was in matric, so it's grade 11 and matric, and it was just too busy, and I just couldn't go on with the modeling school. And then she left modeling, and then I just went like full on maybe into MC and to judging. So I was like still in the modeling industry.
Yes.
I did private classes as well for Mrs. Africa finalist, which was quite nice as well. And then I kind of like missed it, to have that, just the training for the kids. And then when he started SA All Star and with the branches, like I said, he bullied me, and he was, are you going to open the hour? And I said, I'll think about it. And then that is how I started.
So were you like also like a male in pageantry? Did you also like do the ramps and stuff? Do you have some experience?
A little bit. After I started coaching, I started doing just for fun with some of my students. I did some competitions, and I mean, you got to be able to practice what you preach. So you've got to be able to do competition.
Yeah.
So I actually competed many years back in a big competition where there was a lot of girls and a lot of young guys and everything, and I actually ended up winning the highest score of the day for the whole day. But like I say, it wasn't planned. It was just done in the moment for fun. And yes, and so we really enjoy what we do, and that's what it's all about.
So you were in pageantry before you started All Star, or?
Yes,
you were
for about 8 years.
Okay.
Before we did that.
And so you mentioned that All Star, meaning everyone's a star.
Everybody's a star. That's where the name actually comes from.
What's the culture for All Star Model Academy?
A culture meaning?
Like what do you instill in your girls? Like everyone in general, how do you train them? What do you instill in them? It's like a general.
Look, every model differs from each other. So I can't expect one model to try and be the same as the next model.
Yes.
So you need to groom every personality of a child.
Oh, I see.
So if she's vibrant on stage, you need to bring out that vibrance of the child. So if she's elegant, you bring out the elegance. Obviously, you put a little bit of elegance into each child, but you need to bring the child's, how can you say, you need to bring...
that natural ability out, yes.
You need to bring her personality out.
Right.
You need to bring her personality out. So I can teach a child, any child, I can teach her a ramp. Any child you can teach her, but you can't teach a child to bring her personality out. It's something you got to find on stage. And as soon as you start getting your confidence on stage, your personality will automatically start to shine.
Okay.
So we try and polish the personality more than teaching you a ramp, because you can teach anybody a ramp. I mean, I'm a man.
Yes.
I do a ramp for you with my eyes closed.
Okay.
So, but the thing about modeling is you need to groom the personality.
Okay.
And each child is different.
All right.
So you can't expect one person to be exactly the same like another.
And why did you think Coach Luzanne would be perfect for your branch, for the Alberton branch?
She fits SA All Stars actually perfectly, because All Stars is all about fun.
Yes.
It's vibrant.
Yes.
And if you talk to Luzanne, you'll see
just the
she's
introduction already. Like
she's an All Star through and through, and that's why I say all our coaches in the SA All Stars is that type of person. They're fun. They're fun to be around with.
Beautiful.
So and that makes the kids feel more at home when they practice. So you get results much quicker.
Okay. What is your vision? What's the vision and mission of All Star Model Academy?
SA All Stars, because we are umbrella, I would love to have most of the industry under the umbrella.
Okay.
So SA All Stars is there to try and change the industry from the bad more to the good.
Yeah.
So one of our, how can I say, visions is not to be, how can you say, at the pageants, if you are, one of our rules is if you are ugly at pageants, if you attack judges, if you attack organizers, you are out. We are very, very strict about that. So we don't encourage violence and those sort of things at pageants, because there's a lot of ugliness in the industry that we're trying to root out.
Yes.
And the only way to do that is to try and become the majority good in the industry.
Yeah.
So that is what is All Stars vision for the future.
Okay, beautiful. And then Coach Luzanne, since you're a coach, but you have also directed pageants, have you?
Yes.
So you can differ between the two, but what are some challenges that you have, as a coach? What are I know it's like nice challenges because you love what you're doing, but in directing pageants, what are some challenges and how do you overcome them?
Sometimes it's difficult. Some people say it's difficult to organize a pageant or to be, direct a pageant or whatever. But I think, I don't know, maybe I've got that gift, I'm just relaxed and I just go with the flow and just have fun with everything. You do stress. Obviously, there are things that you will stress about it, especially we are actually planning a pageant now for the 9th of March for a charity, Dignity Dreams, for the two girls. you're stressing because of the entrance, because you know the entry fee is there, but some people are only paying that day, and sometimes you do not have the funds before the time, because you need to get the crowns for the top 3. You want to give special awards. I believe when I do a pageant or organize a pageant, I love to give every single child, it doesn't matter where they place. I like to give every single child something, even if it's only a sash, especially the little ones. The little ones don't always understand if they don't get a top 3. They can get a first and a second princess and they think, wow, I won, or I won the big title. But we would I always like to give every single child something, even if it's just something small.
Just to make them feel special.
And just to make them feel special, yes. And that is quite a little bit of a big stress, because you don't know until on that day how many contestants you're actually going to get, or entries you're going to get. But otherwise, and then that obviously the judges, if you need to get the correct judges for the for the panel. Like Deon said earlier, sometimes there's a lot of
politics,
and politics and stuff in, and it's very important to get the right panel of judges that's not linked with any modeling schools or whatever. But as a judge myself, must also just add that it doesn't matter how well you know anyone. If you're a real professional judge, you should not let that take advantage of that. And okay, I know this child now. I'm going to give you a very good. You still need to be professional. I know them for instance for a long time, and I think his daughter. There was I can't remember what. I can't remember what pageant it was, but it was about I think 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
I judged. And I scored her down because she was just too fast on that on the ramp, and then there was just like little small things. And even though I know them, I'm not going to score a high score because she made mistakes. And that is how an honest judge must be. And I actually went to him afterwards. I said, "Well, I'm sorry, I had to score it down." He said, "No, I know exactly where you scored it down." But that is very important to have these honest judges. And I also feel that when you're a judge for and especially if you host a pageant, and as a director, I also feel it's very important that you need to get judges, like I said, obviously not linked to any modeling schools, but they need to have that experience. They need to know how to judge a ramp, how to look at the certain skills, techniques, the posture, things like that, the eye contact, the basic things. Because sometimes and I also don't believe to take school children for a big pageant, although if they got maybe a big title, but that is still not that's just my opinion.
If they are linked to modeling agencies and so forth, if they're honest and open and they judge according to what they see, there's no problem with it.
There's no problem with it. But also not too young. They just, they feel they must have experience.
And a judging course.
And obviously also they need to start somewhere. I mean, I had to start somewhere. Everybody needs to start somewhere. And then I will also give that advice. If there's judges that wants to start judging or whatever, if they're still young or grade 11 or grade 12 or out of the school, whatever, start with school pageants. Small pageants, fun pageants that you can judge, and then from then you can, that is how you build experience. But that as a director or pageant director, that's very, very important.
Awesome. I see you uphold all your roles very well. Even as a coach, you're all out. But I just want to know, as a coach, what makes you so successful as a coach?
My personality.
I was going to say the same thing. Definitely, because you embrace everyone, you're open, you're fun, so everyone just
I think it's just
gets attached to you so quickly.
This is how I've been my whole life. I always joke and always say, not even my mom could control me. Nobody can control me.
Okay.
I'm fun. I might be 51, but I still have a lot of fun with these kids, and and just the way I train with them, and obviously the different ages, you have to level with them on their age groups or whatever. But and I'm strict. I mean, obviously I'm strict with certain things, but I have fun with them. And also I think what makes me a little bit, I won't say different, because everybody's got their own way, and everybody's unique in their own way of coaching, but I really go that extra mile. You pay for your classes, and I mean Deon is the same. and all the other coaches,
Yes.
we actually support
We're
each
all
other
the
like you
same,
won't
yeah.
believe.
From the same cloth.
Yeah, so you know, obviously you pay for your classes like say once a week or one slot a week or whatever for a month, but it doesn't stop there. You know, you've got your class, half an hour class or whatever you pay for, but you still 24/7 on
Available,
not on
yeah.
Facebook, on WhatsApp. If I'm not sure about something, I will phone him and say, can you talk? Are you busy with the class? Okay, I've got this model. You will do exactly the same. We're talking to the other coaches. We've got a coaches group, so we actually really
Support each other,
we
yeah.
might have different branches, but we are really one big family.
One unit.
You
like
know,
you
it
know.
doesn't matter from which branch you are. We
Yes.
are everybody supporting every single
And
one.
it's like the slogan say, I mean, love it, live it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
We
want-
live for
yeah.
what we do. We really, All Stars, and that's why I say that most of the coaches in the All Stars are all,
We've got the
all
passion
got that
for it.
passion
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
personality. We all really love what we do. And that's why the slogan is love it, live it. So if you love what you do, just live it. you know.
Yes.
Every day you live it. So
Yeah.
So yeah, no, we really like what we do, and that's why Luzanne is definitely one of the good examples of one of the coaches of
Yeah.
All Stars. All the coaches is like that. So yeah, no, All Stars is really all about just having fun.
Awesome.
If I
see
maybe
that's
can
the
just
culture.
add just something what
Yes.
really, I mean, I always had respect for Deon, but really, really made me realize how much respect I actually have for this guy. There was a competition last year that sometimes they give awards out for competitions or at the pageants for the best modeling school. And then it doesn't matter how many branches you've got, then they usually call the CEO or the founder of the modeling school, call up on stage.
Yeah.
Deon is not like that, and that is how we All Stars are. Deon actually, well, obviously all the coaches weren't there, but the coaches that were there with their
Yes.
models. He said he's not the only one that made, you know,
That's
that,
possible, yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So he called all his coaches up that was there, and all of them received this
Wow.
with him the reward, and
Beautiful.
that is what you know, that is what a founder of
No,
a,
unity.
or-
We need to all
Yes.
stay
Yes.
together in order to bring out the good in the industry.
Yes.
Yes.
And obviously, the bigger it is, the easier it is.
Yes.
So yeah,
That's
we're
true.
trying really hard to grow the industry in a better place. So yeah.
I understand that All Stars, South Africa All Stars Modeling Academy is quite successful. Can you tell us what would you say has made you come this far? To make All Stars the successful, what is it? What,
I
what
think
is
the
that?
passion
The passion.
and the passion that all the coaches of SA All Stars share with each other,
Passion.
I think makes us very successful, and I think it's going to be much better in the future as well, because we're sharing the same vision. And that's the reason why the All Stars were created, is in order for everybody to share the same vision.
Yeah.
And that's why I say our slogan is love it, live it. So if you really love what you do, you're in the right place. I mean, we all love what we do. So yeah, it just goes from strength to strength.
Beautiful. So I wanted to ask, can you please share with us how big South Africa All Stars Model Academy is?
At the moment,
Yes, at the moment.
under correction, I think we are now about 25 branches,
25. Okay.
whereby Durban and Ballito and all those are still busy up and coming. But yes, most of the places in South Africa, if you can point on it, most probably there'll be a branch there.
Nice. So you guys
yeah.
are quite big.
But like I say, it's not new schools. It's a lot of schools that was unknown in the industry.
Okay.
That we, like I say, we're an umbrella. So a lot of the schools that was existing just came under the umbrella, under the All-Star. So
All-Star
there is a
name.
lot
Yes.
of rules that you need to abide.
Yeah.
So if you don't follow the rules and you're not part of the group, you will be out as quick as you came in.
Hectic.
So it is quite, we're trying
Yeah.
to, so if you are trying to put a negative stamp on the industry, we're not going to involve you in all
We don't believe in drama.
We don't like
Okay.
drama.
We don't
it's
like
one of the
drama. We
rules,
don't
you
get
know.
involved with pageant politics or you know, things like that. Or this one is fighting. We concentrate on our own thing,
On the
and that is
positive,
yeah, and that is how we teach.
growing the kids, grooming their personalities. Those are the important things.
You know,
in
those are
business.
it's like life lessons that you don't just always, sometimes you don't get them. I know there's good parents out there, but it's life lessons,
and
you know.
also that you need to be example. As coaches, you need to be example for the models.
To behave yourself at competitions and all those sort of things. So a lot of people look at you and then, like she says, if you're a bad example, people are going to follow by example. So you need to be a good example out there. And the bigger the example is, the better chance you've got of changing the industry.
Yeah.
Sure, you won't probably not change it 100%, but if I can change it 99%, I would be happy.
Okay, yes.
So,
and it's
most
like
definitely.
charity. We, if I can add this as well, we're not only pageantry modeling orientated, we're very into charity, or very charity orientated. So we've got a lot of charity that we, love helping people, animals, especially animals as well, through the charities. And we want to be role models for, for the models out there or the students out there. So it's not only about, and that is what we teach the students and the models as well. And we tell them, what is charity all about? Even the little ones, they must know. Not only, okay, my mom said I must go and do charity, or my coach said we must go. They must know what charity is all about. And when you do the charity, do it with a pure heart. You must know why, not because you have to. And that is very important for us as well. Charity is a very big thing of SA All Stars.
I can feel the heart in All Stars. There's like a whole lot of heart in it.
Definitely. It's not just about ramp. There's a lot behind scenes going on. Like she says, the charities, especially in your community. And because the All Stars is so big in South Africa, usually what we do is when one of the branches does something for the old age, we try and get all the other branches in South Africa to join in their community to do something for what is necessary in their community, like maybe the SPCA or the old age home or schools for the needs. So it's important.
So you're quite experienced in this industry, right? So if you could see any avenues of change, that's something you could change, what would that be?
I would say I would love to change the views of some people in the industry, especially parents, to make them see that what is the good thing that their child can receive from this industry. So if I could change some of the people's views on some of the stuff, I would really love to see that change.
And you, Coach?
I would definitely agree with Deon there, but my main thing and bottom thing is don't ever give up. The students, sometimes, if it's new students or newbies, we always say newbies or whatever, success doesn't come overnight. It takes time to get there, to get that winning title or to get into a top 3. But I always believe in, if you don't get it today, you stand up, you try again. And repeat that. Stand up, try again, go on, you will get there. But if you give up, that is when you're a loser. When you don't give up, that makes you a winner.
That makes you a winner.
And the main thing is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and don't let anyone come in your way, anything come in your way. If you've got your dreams, you've got your goals for whatever title, whatever you want to do, go for it. And don't let, just, be focused and I always, which is also very important for me as a coach, don't compete with the person next to you. You compete with yourself.
True.
Do it for the right reasons.
That's so true.
Yes, and you walk that ramp or whatever you do that day, and you do the best what you can do. And if you did the best, you will win in my eyes.
Wow.
Don't worry about the others next to you. And don't worry about politics or, the girls can be very nasty backstage sometimes or whatever.
Look, it's a sport at the end of the day.
Everybody
is there to try and win. But it's not what it's only about. That's where the people mustn't lose focus about what it's all
always
about.
Stay humble.
Growing yourself as a person.
Be humble. And always be the person you were before you got that crown. That is what my coach actually our coach from Cape Town, I will never forget that. Sorry, Deon, that's only is all started. She taught us that, and I will never, and that is just stuck in your head, and I truly believe in that.
Wow.
And that is just, don't ever change, because that is the person who got the crown.
Coach Luzanne, I should have met you earlier. I think I was going to be a big shot. I'm kidding. Okay, so with modeling, I assume you guys have like a course, right, when you teach the girls how to walk and all of those stuff.
Yes.
So can
obviously in training, but there's also we use for the judging course. I send a lot of 18 plus girls to Pageant SA, Caroline Botha. According to my standards, I think she's one of the best to go through for your judging courses.
Okay.
So yeah, but for ramp and all that, she also does a bit of ramp training and that sort of thing. But for ramp training, we've got SA All-Stars, we've got some of the best coaches in the industry.
Yeah. How do you upskill and enable your girls? I think there's boys as well.
Yes.
How do you enable and upskill them with the courses that you do?
With the courses that I don't do teachers courses.
Okay, so let's start with...
Yeah, but there is some of the all-star groups, like Lamise, she does teachers courses for Clarksdorp, and she also gives you certificate and diploma if you pass your courses. But I personally is more strictly into training. I actually started being a coach because I saw place for improvement. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, actually. That's what started me being a coach, because I looked at a lot of the girls in the industry and I see there's a lot of place for improvement on all techniques that I saw. And because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, if I see imperfection, I look at a way how to perfect it.
I see.
So I sort of analyze every child, and then I'll see where there's place for improvement, and that's how I became a coach.
Okay.
But yes.
All right. Okay, so I don't know, will you do it or Coach Luzanne, but how can people join All Star Model Academy?
You're the founder.
No,
Yes,
they're on those groups every day and night. I think.
Which groups is that?
The SA All-Star group. There's a main page, and then every branch has got their own pages. So depending on which area on, like I say, you can almost point on South Africa's map and you'll probably have a branch there. But yeah, you can also
I think the most of them are actually on Facebook, Instagram, but they can definitely just, search SA All-Stars, and you'll see where the branches are. And if you're obviously not sure about where the branches are, or in the area where your closest branch is, you can just contact any branch and they will say, all right, this is the closest to you, or that one. And also, please, if I can add this, we don't only do personal training with the classes, we also do online training.
Oh.
So you don't need to be in one of my models is in Newcastle, and I do online training with her. I think you've got a few models that you also do.
I've got Newcastle, I've got Belito, I've got...
Yes.
I've got Piet Retief. I've got actual physical classes for people from Porsche. I've got people from Secunda. I've got people from all over that really wants to be part of the best in the industry. In order to be the best, you need to train with the best. So, so they come from hen and far.
So from wherever, all over.